very, very early morning. Just got out of work. I'm completely exhausted. I apologize for the no lighting again. It is 6:30 in upstate, and I'm on the highway not trying to get stopped by a cop. So, just deal. Eagles win a very, very, very tough game against Atlanta on Sunday. First off, my hat's off to Ryan Matthews for showing up, putting on his cleats, and deciding to play this week. Absolutely phenomenal game out of him. Hats up to the defense. Stout defense, played phenomenal. Obviously, there's a lot of questions to be answered, or to be asked, I guess, and also answered. I don't want to hear excuses anymore from fake Fairweather fans saying that Atlanta had one of the best offenses coming into the game. Literally, out of like 7 categories, they almost led in all of them. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that's the reason why they lost this game. And I don't want to hear it's their defense that lost this game either. Because our offense was abysmal aside from our running game. I want to talk about the defense first, because our defense is the reason why we won the game. The running game helped, but the defense was the reason why. We stopped Matt Ryan. Like I said, we stopped Matt Ryan, we will win this game. We held Matt Ryan to what, 200 and something yards? I mean, I don't even, you know what I mean? We held him to very, very non-Matt Ryan numbers. We held Devontae Freeman, the absolute monster, back to what, 40 to 50 yards, I believe. We didn't hold Julio Jones, but that was expected. You don't hold Julio Jones at all. You don't hold Julio Jones at all. You just don't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out this lighting situation. I mean, you know what? We did hold Julio Jones to 115. That's average Julio Jones numbers. All of our whole defensive line played well. Our linebackers played well. Connor Barwin, Nigel Bradham, Vinny Curry, Michael Kendricks. Our DBs came out of the cut. Shout out to Jalen Mills for doing a decent job guarding Julio. I would never guard Julio even if I was able to. Obviously, Nolan Carroll went out with an injury. Obviously hurt us. So Jalen Mills and Watkins had to step in and do their thing, and they played phenomenal. Our defense played phenomenal. We got that nice interception towards the end, and it is what it is. We played good. Don't tell us that our defense is not elite. We have a phenomenal defense. We play very, very well at home, and it's starting to obviously show. I don't know if it's the Philly cheesesteaks we're eating. I don't know if we're running the Rocky Steps before every game. You know, I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if we're chilling at I don't know if they're hitting the Xfinity Live bar before. Maybe they're going to see a Flyers game before at Wells Fargo. But man, we play phenomenal defensively at Lincoln Financial. The offensive side of the ball, there's so many questions. Ryan Matthews, you showed up, man. You proved that you could be an RB1. You proved that you can get the starting spot back in Philly, and I think he does. Obviously, he was nursing injuries that nobody knew about, because all of a sudden he had a random toothache where he had to get like a root canal or something taken out of him, and obviously he was nursing a hammy. And if any guy that was a running back in college, or anybody in general played sports, a hamstring injury is absolutely horrible. And I want to apologize to Ryan Matthews, because he showed up, man. He showed up. He played very well. Actually, all of our running backs played very well. We were swapping our running backs out a lot. Shout out to Kenyon Barner for filling in for Josh Huff being gone, playing excellent, having excellent returns. I think he will be our return guy for the rest of the year. Obviously between him and Sproles, but Sproles had a decent game. He wasn't really much of a factor, but this offense, our wide receiver offense is still question mark. Jordan Matthews, you showed up today, man. You had 8 or 9 catches for like 80 something yards. You had a couple misses. That one absolutely wasn't your fault. The guy, I don't know which Atlanta player it was, but he led with his head and they didn't call a penalty, which is absolutely abysmal. Once again, the refs fucking us, missing blatant holds. We did get the pass interference in the end zone though. Giving it back. It's got to be karma. But Jordy Matthews did his thing. No DGB or no Bryce Tregg sightings. Paul Turner wasn't called up. And I honestly hope that Doug Peterson, if he was smart enough, he would sit Nelson Aguilar and get him off the field. Nelson Aguilar proved once again, week after week, that he is not a professional NFL player. He is an absolute abysmal person. He is a cancer to the Philadelphia Eagles. He needs to go. And I wouldn't be so mad at him for dropping passes because everybody has bad years, I guess. But when you talk shit about it and you get mad about it and you say, let me just do my job, you're not doing your job. That makes you look like a fool. It makes you look like a joke. And that's what you are, Nelson Aguilar. You're a joke to the Philadelphia Eagles. You're a joke to the NFL. I don't care if you went and played for Tom Brady and the Patriots, you still would drop passes. There was multiple passes get thrown your way, and you still cannot catch. I don't care what kind of route was ran. I don't care the contested. I don't give a crap. You're a bad wide receiver, and you don't belong on this team. You're still part of the Chip Kelly era that needs to get out of Philly and go somewhere else. Honestly, you can start DGB, Jordy Matthews, Zach Ertz, Bryce Tregg, and if you need to throw another wide receiver in there, bring Sproles out, and then throw Barner or Smallwood in the backfield, or have Matthews in the backfield. But honestly, the game, I mean, it was obviously a nail biter the whole entire game. Obviously there was a lot of stupid penalties. A lot of horrible holding calls. I don't even know which special teams player ran into the Atlanta returner and bodied him, blew him back for no reason. Obviously, it is what it is. Zach Ertz continuing problems with the offsides or the false starts. I don't know if it's Carson Wentz's snap count. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Zach Ertz is just doing it on purpose. It doesn't make any sense. Our offense is not clicking in any way, shape, or form. And obviously we didn't have a big in-the-air game because our running backs were playing so well. And Doug Peterson made a point that if the run game's working, why not use it? Because they did ask him about it. They asked him, what about the run? What about the passing game? Like, what happened? It wasn't there. And he was like, it is what it is. If the running game works, shout out to Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz had a very good game. More mobile, I think, this game. A lot of out of pocket. Very, very, not many botched snaps. But I mean, you can't blame him for that. You blame that punk ass Jason Kelce that wants to sit under center and play like a college player. Wentz still not too many overthrows, but a lot of underthrows, a lot of making our wide receivers work. It is what it is. I'm okay with it. But Wentz is learning. He's from last week, to week to week. We have to realize that Eagles fans, that we have a rookie quarterback, and it's not something that just gets fixed in 3 weeks. Wentz is a very, very smart quarterback. Very, very smart rookie quarterback. He is. And you can't deny it. But like I said, we shut Atlanta's running game down. I think they had like a total of like 70 rushing yards. We killed it in pass yards. We killed it. I mean, I think we even beat Atlanta. I don't think we beat Atlanta in pass yards, but we whooped their ass in rushing yards. We whooped their ass in first downs, third down conversions. We dominated ball control for time possession. We just had a good game. I think the only thing Atlanta had over us was penalties. I think they had less penalties than us because they weren't getting called. That's just obviously something that it is what it is. But a very, very hard-fought game. Huge game next week against Seattle. I can't wait. I can't wait for it. It's going to have to be a must-win. Obviously, Dallas is steamrolling, 8-1. The Redskins somehow keep winning with their depleted team. The Giants, very, very, very cruddy game against the Bengals. But that's another video. But on that note, I'm about to be home, about to crash. Shout out to the Philly Knights. You know who you are. Desert, Speed, Flux, G, Obey. Eagles fan for life. Philly fan for life. Bitter Birds. Shout out to EDP. My man, Squash and Beef. I love it. But go Birds.